Alright, so I've mentioned in other videos, I used to have a hot dog shop, and besides hot dogs, I sold different sandwiches and soups. I would make chili, even stuff like German potato salad. One of my best sellers, and I make this about a batch of this about once a week, was chicken salad. And I know chicken salad sounds a bit boring, but I had a couple ingredients that I added, and I don't know if anybody else does this, but I'll show you what those are as we put this together. So what I did was I steamed 2 chicken breasts. I'm going to chop this up, put this into the bowl. And you could steam it, you could bake it, you could put it in an air fryer, whatever your choice of cooking is. All right, and everybody knows the basis of chicken salad is obviously chicken chunks and mayonnaise. I'm just making a small batch. This is really good if you're going to go on a picnic. You're doing your 4th of July cookout tomorrow, which mine is canceled because my little baby granddaughter's sick. I'm a little, I won't say upset, but I was really hoping we'd all be together, but maybe in a few weeks, or maybe next weekend, we could do something. All right. So that's the chickens in the bowl. All right, and like I said, you know the basis of chicken salad is always going to be chicken and mayonnaise, and then it's pretty much up to you what you put in next. But one of the things that I add, and you can see that right there, is water chestnuts. All right, so I'm going to drain these. I'm going to pat them dry a couple times with a paper towel, try to get rid of as much liquid as possible, and then I'll come back and we'll start chopping these up. All right, so what I do is I just take the water chestnuts, squeeze them in a paper towel, wrap them up in a paper towel, squeeze up as much water as you can a few times, because you don't want this too watery. Once you add the mayonnaise. So I like my mayonnaise thick. And, pretty much then you can add your other ingredients, which there's not many to this. So far we got chicken. I'm chopping up some water chestnuts. And just, a rough chop, nothing fancy. That gets added to the bowl. And because this is such a small batch, I'm going to just chop up maybe half an onion. I'll be back with that in just a second. All right, so I've thin sliced some onion. I'm going to try to give this almost a fine chop. There's not much to this. And like I said, it's about half of a small onion. And then I just wrap up the other half of the onion in some aluminum foil, and I put it in the fridge. I'll use that in my, garden salad or something like that. A couple years ago, I read this article about the benefits of raw onion and how it aids in digestion. And pretty much anytime I have a salad, I make a lettuce tomato salad, green pepper, maybe a cucumber, and I throw in some raw onion. I'll tell you, it's true. Raw onion is good for you. It does aid in digestion. Not to be gross or anything, but I got to be honest with you. Like if you have a garden salad and you have raw onion in it, like literally, as soon as you're done eating, everything's percolating down there. Keeps making a number two, pretty standard. You stay regular. Now what I'm going to do is I got a container. What I do is I buy chives, and you can see that inside this container. So I buy chives, and because they don't last very long, they don't keep well. So what I do as soon as I get a bunch of chives is I chop them up. I put them in these little containers, about 2 tablespoons in each container. And you'll, out of a package of chives, you will get about 4 to 5 2-tablespoon servings. And 2 tablespoons is just about right for this. I had these in the freezer. I took them out. They're still partially frozen. But you could smell it. Whoops, that one's for me. As soon as you open this, again, little container up, it smells delicious. What I'm going to do is add a little bit more, and I'm going to keep stirring. So I want to just get this distributed all throughout this. I'm going to add just the last of it. And this is a good way to keep chives. It's a good way to use them. Whether you're adding it to chicken salad like I am, or if you want to have chives and you want to mix it with a little cream cheese, to put on your bagel, or one of the things I like to eat, which is crumpets. All right, now this is really important. What you want to do now, you want to put this in the fridge for about 30 minutes and let this chill. Even though the chicken's, already chilled overnight, the chives are still partially frozen, but the onion's room temperature, the water chestnuts are room temperature. So you want to chill this for about 30 minutes before you add the mayo. All right, we're going to do that, and I'll come back and we'll put this, finish this off. I'll make a nice sandwich for my lunch, and this is going to be delicious. All right, so I chilled the chicken salad. Chilled it for 30 minutes, and just to recap, chicken, chopped up water chestnuts, a half of a finely chopped onion, and then chives. And like I said, when I buy chives, because they don't keep for very long, not in my experience, I chop them up, and then what I do is I put them in little containers and I freeze them, about 2 tablespoons at a time. So one of the things I'm going to add, and you can use whatever you want, I'm using the Aldi knockoff of mayonnaise, which quite honestly to me tastes just like Hellmann's. I know Hellmann's is like the standard. We're going to give this a pretty good helping. Maybe 2 to 3 big scoops of this. Spread that out a little bit because I just want to add one more thing, which if you watch my videos, I keep white pepper here at the house. I'm going to add about a half a tablespoon. And it's kind of funny, at a local market here in my town, which is pretty much a one-horse town. I mean, there's a couple of delis, convenience stores, really only one good deli, to be honest with you. But anyway, this is white pepper. It's in a bulk container. We had a little market down on Lakeside, which I really enjoyed. And due to a variety of reasons, it went out of business. And I liked it because, you know, it's like a half mile from my house and very convenient. We're going to give this a mix. And I just wanted to say another thing too is you may want to, what seems to be like overdoing it with the mayonnaise, and trust me, is that it will get absorbed. The mayonnaise will get absorbed. If you make this now and you let it sit overnight, I guarantee it's going to be dry. That's why I like to give this a really good mix. Everything all together. And this is about a pound of chicken breast. And you could make more. You could make a larger batch. And you don't have to use, you know, the traditional mayo. I'm going to give it some more because, like I said, this will absorb. And again, if you let this sit overnight, you come back tomorrow, it's going to look almost dry unless you add extra. I have used low sodium. I have used avocado mayonnaise. And I have used vegan mayonnaise or veganase. Some California stuff. And they all turn out great. It's all your preference. And I love chicken salad. I don't know why I'm thinking of something else right now in my head, which is kind of funny. There's a song by Jay and the Americans, Come a Little Bit Closer. But they also had released a Spanish version back in the early 60s. And the chorus was something like, Ven mi amor mi lado, porque solo estás, y te quiero a ti. Ven mi amor mi lado, yo solo estoy, si no logro tu amor. I don't know why I did that. Maybe because I'm upset. My granddaughter's sick and I won't be going over to and having a cookout tomorrow, but you know, that's not important. All right, so I'm going to get a sub roll, small sub roll, and we're going to plate this up. All right, so like I said, you can dress, I have these small rolls. You can see the size of my hand. These aren't very big at all. But you can dress this up any way you want. You could add lettuce and tomato to it if you wanted, which is, you know, pretty common request. Like I said, I used to have a hot dog stand. And just pack that in there. Give it a good squeeze. Look how delicious that looks. And this is awesome. And this is great if you're having a picnic. It's great if you want to bring something different to a cookout, a barbecue, or just something nice. You know, you're going to have somebody visiting, kids, grandkids, friends. This is a great lunch. And when they eat it, and they're going to be like, huh, I taste something different in there. And chives aren't like extreme, but I don't think most people would think about putting water chestnuts, and chop them up and put them in a chicken salad. But trust me, this is grade A, top notch. All right, and your friends, your family, whoever eats this will enjoy it. All right, thanks for watching.